Hello, and welcome to another festive Toon Jam. I'm Matt.
And I'm J-Man.
And together we are Christmassy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I mean, this is the apex of Christmas time.
Oh, yeah. It's Christmas
We're in
week.
it now, guys. I hope you have a very festive season. A happy holiday, whatever it is you're celebrating.
Happy holidays to all.
But happy holidays anyway. And because it's such a festive occasion, we've decided to go truly festive. I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
After Ace Ventura and Wacky Races, how can you get more festive?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Spongebob Christmas.
Oh.
That's right. We are doing a specific episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. It's a SpongeBob Christmas, which, though you might be thinking, SpongeBob SquarePants is not a Christmas show. Fair enough. But this episode is festive.
Yeah.
It's pretty Christmassy. This is more Christmassy than the other things we watch because the whole episode is actually about Christmas, not just loosely riding on the coattails of Christmas.
Which, looking at the other episodes we watched, that was probably our bad on that one. So, Christmas apologies to all for how lacking the Christmas spirit the previous ones have been. But we're trying to make up for it now.
Today is the day, and what a day. So let me tell you a bit about It's a SpongeBob Christmas. It's the 23rd episode of the 8th season and the 175th episode overall of the American animated television series SpongeBob SquarePants. It originally aired on CBS in the United States on November 23rd, 2012, and on Nickelodeon on December the 6th. In the special, Plankton tries to convince SpongeBob to transform everybody in Bikini Bottom into jerks by feeding them special jerktonium-laced fruitcakes in order to get his Christmas wish, the Krabby Patty secret formula. The episode was produced in stop-motion animation at Screen Novelties, the same guys that brought you Robot Chicken, animation-wise at least.
Mm.
And was directed by Mark Caballero and Seamus Walsh, two of the founders of the company. The animation style was inspired by those of the classic Rankin Bass television specials. So this is like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. What have we got? Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Mm-hmm.
All very, very American.
Mm.
We didn't really get them over here.
No.
I mean, they probably showed them every now and again, but I'd never seen them.
No, I've never witnessed them.
We get more like the Snowman.
Yeah.
And Father Christmas, which actually we could have done.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe next year.
We're figuring it out now, guys.
If you're going to make a list of Christmas things, obviously Ace Ventura is going to come before that. So it makes sense anyway. It makes sense.
We didn't check it twice. That was
That's the trouble. It's cold for us this year.
Oh.
But to go back to this, it was written by Luke Brookshire, Mark Casarelli, Derek Everson, and Mr. Lawrence. Just simply Mr. Lawrence.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
Merry Christmas. That sounds like a film.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's why.
Yeah, it's also a song. But yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So that must be, I'm assuming that's the Mr. Lawrence they were wishing Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Douglas Lawrence Ozowski, known professionally as Mr. Lawrence. It's a SpongeBob Christmas was based on Tom Kenny and Andy Paley's 2009 song Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas, which was also featured in the episode. Fun fact, John Goodman guest starred as the voice of Santa Claus. On November 6th, 2012, the soundtrack album and the DVD for the episode were released simultaneously. Upon its premiere, It's a SpongeBob Christmas attracted nearly 5 million viewers and met positive critical reception. It received 4 nominations at the 40th Annie Awards, including Best Animated Television Production for Children, with Dan Driscoll winning the character animation in an animated television or other broadcast venue production category. It was also nominated for Best Sound Editing in Television at the 60th Golden Reel Awards. Whew, so there you go. It's a SpongeBob Christmas.
Yeah.
Had you ever seen this before?
No, I hadn't seen this. I've actually witnessed very little SpongeBob, really. Like, I've seen like bits of an odd episode, but I couldn't tell you one I'd sat all the way through, which is strange because obviously SpongeBob's huge and he's been going for ages. So
I mean, it's quite a surprise that it's taken us this long to do SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Really, but I guess it's one of them shows where, like you say, it's been around. Everyone knows it. They don't need us to tell them if it's any good.
That's it.
Everyone knows it. But I've seen quite a lot of SpongeBob, but more early seasons.
Right.
I've not seen the later ones, but I was surprised to hear that this one was 2012. I thought SpongeBob was still going.
Yeah, is it not?
Apparently not.
Oh.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. As always, you know what we're like.
Yeah. Figure it out for next Christmas.
It's quite funny, really. We do a podcast on cartoons. We've done one for a very long time now, like years. Yet there's still so many things that we're not experts in any degree.
No.
So people just turned off.
There's just so many things that it's going to take us 100 years of Toon Jam before we're anywhere near experts.
Yeah, I think probably I'll just concentrate on David the Gnome next year.
Yeah. It's a good shout.
Just ticking the box for episodely mention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So sorry about that, guys. That's done now. That's
all right. So yeah, we know you're waiting for it. We know you're waiting.
But yeah, I'd not seen this either. I have seen SpongeBob before, so. But the stop motion animation, which is what it is something new anyway. Completely new. Yeah. I mean, they've had bits of it previously, but this was a full episode of it.
Yeah.
So it gave you something new and interesting to go by, and kind of solidifies it as a Christmas special. I think. Okay, well, let's talk. Let's talk ratings.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, SpongeBob SquarePants doesn't have a Rotten Tomatoes rating.
What?
I know, it's quite weird. Like, it doesn't have one. Even just the show.
What?
So it has an audience score. So we can guess the audience score. I'm gonna. Let's do season 8 because it doesn't have the episode. Unfortunately, there's no rating for that. But season 8 of SpongeBob. Can you have a guess at what that is?
I'm gonna go.
Let me give you a clue because it might surprise you.
Okay.
That is the clue.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for the clue.
No, that is it. The clue is the score might surprise you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll go 60%.
49.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Did it surprise you?
It did surprise me, yeah. I was going to go high 70s and then thought it's not going to be lower than 60, right?
And right, so let's just blow your mind again. So SpongeBob SquarePants overall.
Yeah.
Average audience score.
55%.
Okay, it might surprise you.
Huh?
At that. This is for the whole show, like all series. 74%.
Right. Okay.
That's a bit more. I still think that's quite low.
Yeah.
Right, for SpongeBob SquarePants. It's crazy.
So season 8 as well. That's so weird that it's like so low. I guess maybe that the old schoolers are upset with the direction they've taken or something.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like, if you're still watching it 8 seasons in, then you clearly like the show, surely.
yeah.
Like,
You just get more critical, I suppose, by that point.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go over to IMDb.
Mhm.
So this we'll start on It's a SpongeBob Christmas. We'll go specifically on this, which it has got a rating based on 892 ratings.
Right.
So what's your guess?
I think it's like, I'm gonna go 7.2 on this.
Oh, 7.4.
Oh,
That's a win, though. I think you
that's
can have a
good.
point
That's
two.
pretty close.
One day you'll get it spot on, and you'll be well happy.
And that's when Toon Jam ends.
Yeah. So
You better hope I get it wrong.
Okay. Right now, Can you guess what just SpongeBob SquarePants in general is?
I'm gonna say I'm still gonna go high because I think I'm gonna go 8.2 on this one.
My friend, you've just ended the show.
No.
8.2.
Really?
Spot on, yeah.
What?
Well played.
Oh man, well, this has been a
Well,
final Christmas episode.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
For listening.
It's been a real treat.
What are the odds you get that one right?
After I said that, yeah.
There you go. Do you know how many that's based on? How many ratings?
I'm gonna say like 50,000. It's got to be in the thousands, isn't it?
Yeah. You're quite far off. Is it
Really?
91,000?
How many?
91,000.
91,000 people went to IMDb to rate SpongeBob.
To rate SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, 0 critics went to Rotten Tomatoes. Something going on there.
There's something wrong there, people. That tells you it all.
Okay, well, we've played enough games on the old Likeometer. What's Twitter saying about It's a SpongeBob Christmas? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all, and Merry Happy Holidays to everybody. Yes, Twitter seems fairly pleased with SpongeBob from the looks of it. We've got Kato Rosie, who says, "Till this day, the SpongeBob Christmas soundtrack slaps."
Oh, is that good? Slaps.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So
I might start using that.
Yeah, just slaps.
Slaps.
Slaps. That's what the kids are saying.
Yeah.
That's what it's...
I don't feel like it sounds right when I say it, but.
Well,
you can only try. You can only try.
This is it. Yeah. So yeah, happy with the soundtrack in that one. So that's good. We've also got Minjinx012, who says, "It's a SpongeBob Christmas and Birthday Blowout are the only 2 episodes, movies, whatevers I've truly liked in years."
Oh. I mean, we've not seen Birthday Blowout.
No, but
maybe we need to do a birthday special.
Yeah, that's true. But whose birthday will it be?
Yeah, Toon Jam's.
Toon Jam's birthday.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. But yeah, a very good review. Really?
Or a bad review in one way.
Yeah, or a backhanded review of everything else.
Well played.
Yeah.
So yeah, take that one as you will. Got Tammy Stan 04, who says, "I will not accept this. It's a SpongeBob Christmas erasure. Don't be a jerk. It's Christmas is an expletive banger and the only Christmas song I will listen to in November."
That is an excellent tweet.
Yeah.
I like that. But I still refuse to listen to Christmas songs in November.
Yeah, well, maybe now that you've seen this next year, it may be full turnaround for you.
I do like that tweet though. That is That has made me chuckle.
And then finally we've got 3 Sebs who says, "I will forever love It's a SpongeBob Christmas special with all my heart."
I like that. I like that. The voice there. Emotional.
Emotionally, yeah, just loving it with all their heart.
Yeah, I mean that's not just a gleaming review. It's just that's the kind of love you share at Christmas review.
That is the Christmas love right there for the SpongeBob.
That is really like just heartfelt.
Peace on earth.
That's a drummer boy review right there.
It really is, yeah.
So there you go. So all good.
All good on SpongeBob, and it's a SpongeBob Christmas. Yeah.
No one's got anything bad to say about. Well, there's a possible backhanded comment of just but there was still nothing bad to say about It's a SpongeBob Christmas.
No, this is still better than the rest of SpongeBob. Yeah. So
So fair.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So yeah, it looks like Twitter's happy. So will we be happy?
That is the question. Let's dig in. I think the first thing to sort of hit on is, of course, the stop motion animation.
Oh yes.
You got to go there first, aren't you?
Yeah.
How did you find that?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the way that it looked. Like they did a really good job of it.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it like just the models alone looked really cool.
Yeah, and it's not like they half did it as well. Like there was so many moments throughout it where I was like, imagine having to do that in stop motion. Like there was lots of things where it's like they could have done that different, but they really just went all in and were like, flipping out, that must have taken ages to just do that one thing that they did.
And what I liked that, you could tell, like, even though we've just said we've not seen any of these Christmas specials that they have in America, you kind of just see this, I guess, in so many other stuff, like pastiche and that, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
But still, it has that quality to it, absolutely. Yet still feels so much like SpongeBob.
Yeah, yeah. It really was like
the art style somehow is bang on both of them.
Yeah, yeah. It's really well done. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that it looked and the motion and everything. Like it was all really top tier stuff.
Yeah.
Like this almost felt like it was like their last episode and they were just pulling, like pulling out all the stops to just go, right, let's punch it up a bit, sort of thing. But just a loving Christmas special is what it was.
And it's pretty crazy when we've covered Robot Chicken before. And one of the things we said about it is that none of us really like that stop motion animation. I know it's kind of a way that's not supposed to be particularly quality.
Yeah, it's like lo-fi, isn't it?
Yeah, but we didn't like it anyway.
No.
Whereas this, I loved.
Yeah, yeah. From the get-go, it actually genuinely from the start as well, because it's really cool seeing the pirate like.
Yeah.
Well. That was really fun as well. Like, from the moment SpongeBob woke up and it's like, oh, it looks like he's actually made of sponge as well.
Yeah, that's it. And like every time you see a character, you're like, you're almost studying him. Like, oh wow, like this and this and this, and like it looks really nice. Like when you've all these characters, but then you get to see them like this, it's almost like exciting.
Yeah, it really is. So yeah, like absolute class act on the stop motion, I'd say. Yeah.
And I think what was good about it is that it was almost the way it played out. Still felt like it didn't feel like they cut any corners. It didn't feel like they were like, well, this is stop motion, so we can't do this, we can't do this.
Yeah.
It felt like if they'd have done it as 2D animation, they wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah, it would have been exactly the same. That's the thing. Yeah. It's like, wow, like there was really some stuff that was like, oh man, like that's such a tiny thing that they chose to do, but and it would have taken so much effort to just make that work in stop motion, but they just did it anyway. So I was well impressed. Like it kept happening all the way through the show because it did kind of amp up as well throughout the story. It starts off just normal SpongeBob-y kind of, you see the houses, you see the interiors and stuff, and then you see sort of like the general outdoors of kind of Bikini Bottom, but then like there's big crowd scenes with lots of different figures to animate and stuff, and lots of big sort of like explosions and stuff going on. So yeah, it all gets a bit mad and a bit hectic. Probably not something if you were starting off like, I want to do a stop motion at home. This is not the one to be like, yeah, I'll do it just like that, because you're probably going to be upset.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just it was like, it was just like, even if that episode, if the story had been horrendous, the joke's not been there, it would have stood up just purely through this animation.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it had a good story.
Yeah.
And what I think was, what we have been missing, I know I joked about it at the start, but throughout, you're so aware constantly that this is a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't just feel like tacked on.
No.
Like, and like everything going on, they're constantly, talking about Santa and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to a point where you're like, ugh, we get it.
Yeah.
But it felt like a Christmas special.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah.
This is what you want from a Christmas special.
That's it. It had the look, we've got lights at the start, we've got the Santa chatting away, we've got Christmas cake, we've got, all the lots of prezzies going around everywhere. It had all those Christmas elements in there all the way through, sort of thing. I mean, we even, you even get a little glimpse of Santa at the end,
Yeah.
So it was very, very Christmassy throughout.
And I quite liked when, because as one of the tweets said, there is like an ongoing sort of soundtrack. There's quite a lot of songs in it, isn't there?
Yeah, which was kind of surprising.
And they're quite, I mean, they fit in with, like, the usual SpongeBob. They're pretty funny. And they fit in quite well with the animation. One bit in particular that kept making me laugh was when sort of they kept talking about Santa, he's watching, he knows.
Yeah.
And then you see this hilarious, like, clapped out Santa
yeah,
just fade in over the top, like, when he's like, he's got one eye on me and one eye on you, and his eyes
his eyes are separate.
Crossway.
That was hilarious. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, it's got the music, and I think music in a Christmas special is really important as well. Yeah. Like, you need that, it adds to the festive feeling.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, the songs were pretty good as well. Like, I mean, they were brief because, I mean, it's a short episode anyway. But like, each one was like, had its own merits. Like, I think the last one was the catchiest. I think the "It's a Jerk" one was pretty catchy.
Yeah,
for me. That was the one that kind of stuck with me.
And it's pretty interesting that was actually based on, like, that was a song that Tom Kenny and
done before. Yeah.
So that's like that's SpongeBob and Patrick, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they just made that song and then posted it, and then I think Nickelodeon saw it and were like, "Oh, let's use it in an episode."
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that alone makes it interesting. I think what's interesting about SpongeBob is that it's like, it's so easy to forget because it's one of them things that everyone just knows what it is. But it's actually quite, like, what they've done is such a good thing. They've created, like, their own little world, all the characters, this underwater thing, like the art style. It's kind of iconic, really. Oh,
I mean, it really is. And I think another thing that contributes for me definitely is the music, the way that everything sounds kind of like surfery, like those like sort of Hawaiian slide guitar style sounds, like in the back, everything sounds kind of wavy and wonky.
Yeah.
It's like, that's always just kind of there, and really adds to just the feel that, oh yeah, we are just kind of underwater, we're just under the waves, like.
Yeah.
But it's kind of light-hearted as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
it's just like constantly, which I think is something that the SpongeBob character definitely like has, on top of lots of other characters. There's the odd episode of, well, there's quite a few episodes of Toon Jam where you'll hear us say, didn't really like the main guy. Didn't really like this person, and you're watching them, for most of the show, Well, SpongeBob's like, he's pretty fun-loving. He's pretty happy-go-lucky. He's kind of hard to hate, even when he's annoying. You're like, yeah, but he's just got.
I mean, the annoying part of him is almost part of his charm.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of why you like him, because everyone else is annoyed by how nice he is.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's one of those, it's easy to gloss over how good this show is, to be honest, because there's not really, I've never seen an episode where there's a character that you're like, oh, I don't like them. Every episode will make you laugh if you're into it.
Yeah.
And I think just something about seeing it in another art form like clicked in my head. It was like, actually, like, this show is like almost, it's not really underrated, but unappreciated for the quality it has, sort of thing. I just think like it's a classic at this point.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, this episode was no different. Like, I think for as far as Christmas specials go, I mean, we've obviously watched a few now by this point, and I mean, this one was definitely like one of the most Christmassy, the most fun. Like, made us laugh. Like, it was on point, and the story was original as well. It's not like they weren't just digging up another like Christmas like classic sort of thing and just whacking it in the episode, which so many of them have done. This was a very SpongeBob kind of storyline as well. It's just really silly but fun. And SpongeBob ends up kind of ruining everyone's day, but then manages to put it back together at the same time. Like, all in the space of like 20 odd minutes. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's definitely, I mean, like, what's incredible is that we've found that more often than not, the Christmas ones aren't very good.
Yeah.
There's a few that are really good, and this is one of them. I think, to be honest. Okay, well, obviously you're all on the edge of your seats as to how we're going to rate this show.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So before we give the game away, let's move on to our ratings.
From the warm, toasty fireplace here at Toon Jam Towers, we're rubbing our tiny little toes next to the burning logs and eating Christmas chockies. And we wish you all, whether you're in your homes, out in the cold caroling, or wherever you are, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmases. All the Christmases to you. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to all. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, drummer boy.
Under the ground and the mistletoe. And boom, boom. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you. Merry
Christmas, bonjour.
I'm a little elf and I wish you a Merry Christmas to all.
Alistair Smythe here, and a Merry Christmas to you. Here at Toon Jam, we have a 3-point rating that goes as follows. So we have thumbs up, stop motion animation. Good stuff. We love it. Thumbs down, there's a lump of coal in my sack. What have I done? And a shaky middle, having a lump of coal in the sack and not the stocking. Oh, silly me. So just to recap, good, bad, in the middle, shaky middle. So a SpongeBob Christmas. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this one's definitely, sometimes we watch one and the theme music takes you to a high and then it's just all lows from there. This one was, from the get-go, we had, this fantastic stop motion, as well as, we've got all the characters that you love, and, the pirate, Patches the pirate and the parrot, and it all started off very, very good. And luckily, it didn't really dissipate at all. You know, we've got Christmas songs, we've got Christmas cheer, we've got all the characters love in this really cool 3D. We've got a stop motion star here that it really fit the show. And you just you couldn't look away really. Like, everything was really interesting visually. And then the story was really fun as well, like an original Christmas story that was really fun, very SpongeBob as well, very silly. And it just kind of amped up as the episode went through. We ended up getting, a giant robot metal SpongeBob just careering through the streets of Bikini Bottom, which is like, I wasn't expecting that for a Christmas episode. You even got weird, boggly-eyed Santa in there as well. So, it made me laugh. I loved the look of it. It had some really catchy songs in there as well. I mean, those criteria alone would make any show a good Christmas special. But yeah, this is really fun. And I kind of wish they did more stop motion SpongeBob specials now, just so I could check them out. So for me, it's going to be a very Christmassy thumbs up.
Oh ho! Jingle all the way. Yeah, I mean, what is not to love about this episode? The absolutely amazing stop motion, and like you said, I mean, stop motion itself, I think, is, even when you take out the actual just the Christmas specials, there's something festive about stop motion. I guess because it's like toys.
Yeah.
And that is in our brains. And I think for me growing up, like, I remember Wallace and Gromit was always on around Christmas.
Yeah.
So there's always that too. So immediately, without even thinking, I'm in the Christmas zone. But this has got the music, it's got the storyline, it's got the visual appeal. Everything is pretty festive. So as far as a Christmas special goes, it's ticking all the boxes.
Yeah.
The storyline is fun. Like you say before, it is original, which is something, I think pretty much, like, I've got to say, probably at least 50% of this Christmas specials we've watched have either been A Christmas Carol or It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Like, it's always those. So any original story is good, but when it's a fun one as well, that actually is like, oh yeah, that's actually, and what's good is, even though like it's an original story, it was based on a song that was already made, almost like a Christmas song, and they used the moral. So the whole moral of it is just don't be a jerk at Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, you shouldn't be a jerk all year round, obviously.
No.
But it's a nice new, like, it's not a new moral, but it's a different one from just, the usual.
Yeah.
Usual spiel. So yeah, like, what's not to love? A heaping thumbs up. I'd put it up there with like the Peanuts one.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I think is my favorite one we've watched.
So SpongeBob, yeah. we waited all this time, and it was worth the wait. I think
it was worth the wait, absolutely. I think if we did not watch this one, I'd have still probably been like, yeah, really good. But this helped me appreciate, actually the sort of legacy of SpongeBob. And
and I mean, it's clear they're still doing good stuff over there at SpongeBob Studios. Like, although I think there is, for this year, there's another Christmas special. So I think they've had, like, it might be 4 now that they've done. Wow. This is just in in the mix. But I mean, this is certainly one that I would definitely remember.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there you go, folks. Another Fesmus.
Hey,
festive Christmassy treat. That's it for the Christmas cheer now. So, as always, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
But don't worry, the festive period is not over. We've got a New Year's special for you next.
Oh yeah.
So let's see out 2021 with a bang, eh? So, like I say, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you have a wonderful season whatever it is you celebrate, or even if it's nothing, just hope you're well at this time of year. And I guess, as always, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And you stay jammy.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening. If you want to help the show keep going, you can be extra jammy by heading over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/toonjampod. Here you can get a shout out on the show or unlock bonus episodes. Ratings and reviews anywhere you listen to the podcast also really help us out. So thank you, and stay jammy.